أعوذ بالله من الشيطان اللعين الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم Assalamu alaikum. Welcome all participants to the webinar on digital takaful shaping the future of ethical financial protection. Uh, my name is Mohsin Abbas and I am program manager at Al-Sadiq Institute of Islamic Banking, Finance and Takaful, and we have been serving since more than 10 years uh, in the field of Islamic finance, banking, IT, for the purpose of educating the vast number of students who are unable to acquire knowledge in low cost. Today with us, Mr. Sayyid Nayyar Hussain. Uh, I would like to introduce him in a brief. Sayyid Nayyar Hussain is a seasoned actuary over 27 years of extensive experience across insurance, takaful, pensions, regulatory frameworks in Pakistan, and he is currently serving as the senior executive director at Salaam Takaful Limited. He is leading strategic initiatives in digital innovation, inclusive insurance, and Sharia compliant financial solutions. Mr. Nayyar has been also associated with the Security and Exchange Commission of Pakistan as director. And further, I would like to invite Mr. Sayyid Nayyar. As time is short, I would like him to start his presentation and kindly introduce also.
Ji, Assalamu alaikum. Uh, Thank you, Mr. Abbas, for your generous introduction. And uh, I'm pleased that the Al-Sadiq Institute provided an opportunity to me to share my experience and perspective on the digital takaful in Pakistan. So, Alhamdulillah, I have worked at the regulator as well and at the industry. So it gives me a great pleasure to share my perspective. So, and I would like to make this session more interactive. So anyone wants to raise a question. So I think he is more encouraged to raise the questions during the presentation, so that the session become more attractive and interactive. So, I think Mr. Abbas, I would like that whenever some person wants to ask a question, you may stop me and I can then continue further. So, can we move to now the next slide, please? Ji, yes, can we move to the next slide, please? Yeah. Yeah. So, on this slide, actually just gives a brief history of the Kafur sector in Pakistan. And this first slide is from the regulatory perspective, and the next slide will be from the market players perspective, because often the regulatory perspective is missing. Uh, so SCCP introduced the Takaful rules 2005, and these Takaful rules provided a comprehensive regulatory framework for the licensing and operationalization of the Takaful companies in Pakistan. And these rules paved the way for the Takaful companies to take their license. And at that time, only dedicated Takaful companies were allowed with an exclusivity of 5 years. Uh, because when the rules were introduced, so there was a demand from the market that that insurance companies should not be allowed to do the window takaful. So that's why there were the 5 years were given to the dedicated takaful companies. And the companies which took the license in those years was PQFT, Pak Qatar Family Takaful, Pak Qatar General Takaful, Pak Kuwait General Takaful, Takaful Pakistan, and Daud Family Takaful. These licenses were given over a period of over these 2 years. The Takaful Pakistan is now basically Salaam Takaful, which was the name was the brand was actually reshaped in 2018. So SCCP introduced the Takaful rules 2012, uh, uh, and the main objective of these rules were to allow the window Takaful operations as well, because although the five dedicated Takaful companies were operating, but a need was felt that all the insurance companies who want to do the takaful, so they should be allowed to do the window takaful. So then these rules were introduced in 2012, and these rules were actually reinforced in 2014. Then SECP issued the licensing guidelines in 2014, and then obviously because the couple is a financial product, so a specific set of accounting regulations were introduced in 2019. SCP issued the couple accounting regulations, and then fifth pillar, a new company came and got license in 2022, and Salam Family Takaful, to which I represent here, it got Pakistan's first ever digital only Islamic life insurance license. So in 2024. So we got the license last year. So then SCCP has introduced the couple growth plan basically in its strategic roadmap, which was launched in 2023. Okay. So please next slide. Yeah. Ji, Abbas, can you move to the next slide, please? Yeah. Abbas, yeah, yeah. So now this slide actually gives the a market player's perspective, basically. Yeah. Uh, the couple operators were facing actually quite tough competition from their conventional counterparts, because these companies were have actually low financial muscles at that time, and their conventional counterparts were big giant companies like EFU and Jubilee and RMG, and the couple companies had faced a lot of competition at that time. And since most of the general insurance business is B2B, B2B means is a corporate actually, business to business. So, so Takaful is an Islamic product, but when you sell a Islamic product to a corporate sector, so corporate sectors, they operate on the principles of competitive prices. They don't give much weight to the Islamic ideology of any business actually. So Sharia. So there was not much advantage availed by the Takaful sector there, because the most general insurance business was in the corporate sector. Then there was a growth simultaneously we have witnessed in the Islamic banking. And when Islamic banking grew, so obviously Islamic banking needs the financial protection, which was which can only be provided through Takaful. So the growth in Islamic banking did provide impetus to the Takaful sector. Uh, when SCCP introduced the window takaful license, so obviously the dedicated takaful companies were not in favor of these window takaful, as they were against the regulator to allow the window takaful business. So this is just a brief history of the market perspective. Can we move to the next slide, please? Yeah, Basab, can you please move to the next slide? Yeah.
Bas, please, next slide.
Yes. Now I would like to focus on the innovation in the carbon sector. I think a very, I would say, a proud project was introduced by SCCP in 2019, which is called the Regulatory Sandbox. And the main objective of the sandbox was to promote innovation. I'm not sure how many of you are aware of this regulatory sandbox, but this sandbox did pave the way for the innovation in the copper sector. And the basic idea of sandbox was that any innovator needs regulatory certainty and support to do the innovation. So through this regulatory sandbox, the regulator called for by the different applications from from different technology companies or players who wanted to do innovation. And as a result of this sandbox, there was the first general takaful operator was allowed, which was set up by Mr. Tahir, who was the CEO of Jubilee General. Then SECP introduced the digital-only insurance licensing regime in 2022. So, as you might be aware that State Bank has issued guidelines for the digital banks. So the SECP introduced the digital-only insurance framework uh, in 2022. SFTL, this is a short name of my company, which is Salaam Takaful. So Salaam Takaful, we became the Pakistan's first ever digital-only Islamic life insurance company. And but at the same time, we have observed that the innovation from various I would say segments from the industry. Another company came, which is called the fifth pillar, and the fifth pillar were more focusing on the on Hajj saving plan basically. So they had their own travel agency and they had a good contacts in Saudi Arab. So they introduced this Hajj saving plan. So I would say that, they have also opened a new area of innovation, which was not actually done by the previously as such. And the SFTL and Pak Qatar introduced, I think I would say, quite disruptive products in Pakistan. Uh, Particularly Pak Qatar's Takaful, the MBS, Mahana Bachat scheme. It's a very successful product, I would say, and it did generate good volumes as such. And Salam Takaful also introduced customer-centric disruptive digital products, uh, which is, I think, shaping the way. And SFTL also introduced Pakistan's first digital takaful and saving product with the Jazz Cash in 2025. Uh, this was the first product by any life takaful company with the telco, because previously we had seen that there were innovation on the bank insurance side, but telcos previously were not used to introduce the saving products. And this product is quite successful between the Salam and the Jazz Cash. Then Digi Insurance Limited got the first digital only non-life license in July 2025. Uh, you might have noticed in the social media that this Digi Insurance is basically, previously there was a it was actually WebDoc, who was an aggregator. So then it got the license as Pakistan's first digital only non-life company. Then we have seen Pak Family Takaful became the first Islamic insurer to obtain the VPS license and introduced the pension product in 2025, which is, I think, which is again a good innovation in the market. And then we have also seen that the Takaful sectors have addressed the certain segments which were not previously touched. For example, Provident Fund Takaful Plan by Pakatar and Salam Takaful Limited. So these products were also new in the market yet. So can you move to please the next slide? Yeah. Abbasam, can you please move to the next slide? Yeah. So what is actually the digital takaful? So often people require that what do we mean when we say digital takaful or digital insurance. So actually, basically, we are actually seeing a gradual shift from phygital to digital. Actually, although the companies are digital, but since many customers are still require actually a physical touch, for example. So this shift is actually you can say in a balanced manner, we are witnessing from a phygital to digital actually. So um under the digital takaful products, the customers purchasing journey is digital basically. You know, previously in the normally insurance products, agents sell their products to the customers and they fill up the forms and take necessary documentation. But this has been simplified in the digital takaful products actually. So you can purchase a product through mobile apps or websites. So the whole journey is generally is completed in very few minutes, and this has really make the insurance purchasing quite simplified. There's no requirement of actually as such physical documentation, obviously because it's a digital. And second, a very important aspect is the customers' other communication, such as policy endorsements, contribution payments, and need analysis is digital. Uh, under the physical model, there is a quite, I would say, lack of engagement between the customer and the company. For example, if a life insurance policy holder or a family takaful participant, if it wants to, for example, know what is his cash value, so previously he had to call to the agent or he had to call to the company to get the information about his products. But now, since he had purchased digitally, so just through portal or through mobile app, the customer can get information about his current cash value. Similarly, if customer want to make certain changes in the policies, which is called policy endorsements, so the customer requests through mobile app. So that has also made the life quite simplified. And then actually, from a life insurance perspective, of sometimes customers need to take the money from their policy. So just like a bank or mutual fund, they can request for the withdrawals through the app. The basic communication from the between the consumer or customer and the company has become digital. So that have made their life, I think, really easy. We have experienced that uh, previously, if some person wants to surrender the policy, it took a lot of, I think, number of days, maybe sometimes a month actually. But now through mobile app, you can just make a request, and I think some companies are providing instant cash withdrawal, and some companies are providing 1 or 2 days turnaround time. So again, at the time of claim, there's no physical documentation requirement. क्योंकि कि जब कस्टमर लाइफ इंश्योरेंस पॉलिसी फॉर एग्जांपल या जो लाइफ फैमिली तकाफुल पॉलिसी दे आर एक्चुअली लॉन्ग टर्म पॉलिसीज तो लॉन्ग टर्म पॉलिसीज के अंदर कि इट्स समटाइम्स क्वाइट चैलेंजिंग फॉर द कस्टमर्स टू कीप द फिजिकल डॉक्यूमेंट्स and make available at all the point in time. So since that now under the digital model, all the documents in the PDF form, on the soft form, are available on the portal, and the companies don't require the submission of your policy documents. So that has also bring the, I would say, quite customer centricity in this process. So can we move to the next slide? I think, what is the impact of digital takaful? I would say now that we are observing more customer centricity in the life insurance and in the family takaful. industry because when there's a direct communication between the company and the customers, so the company's understanding of the customer's need is also getting better, and that's why we are actually witnessing the new product development. Uh, for example, now the customer companies are doing the need analysis also through online, and they are directly in touch with the customers. So this has, I think, really bridged a gap between the consumer and the company. And when the company's understanding of the customer is better, so the companies are designing products according to the needs of the customers. Then another second point is that financial inclusion and protection gap, which is one of the very biggest issues in Pakistan. You know, uh, in Pakistan, very few people have bank accounts. Although now it's increasing, but it's still there's a I think more than 80% of the population is financially excluded. They don't have any bank account, and when then don't have any bank account, they don't have access to proper financial products actually. And there is a lot of research internationally available and in Pakistan as well, that there's a direct link between the financial inclusion and the income equality. The countries which have lower financial inclusion, they have higher income disparities because the poor does not have any access to the credit actually. So financial inclusion is a big issue. Similarly, then there's a protection gap. By protection gap, we mean uh, that the customers which they should have financial protection, they are actually unable to get the insurance policy, or they and or the insurance companies cannot access to the customers which live in far-flung areas actually. So when you are selling the products through technology, through mobile apps, so your access to customer has improved a lot actually. And I will give just one example that my company, which is Salam Family Takaful, we introduced a digital saving and takaful product through Jazz Cash. So I think within 5 months we have been successful in selling more than 500,000 policies, oh, sorry, 700,000 policies actually. हमने 7 लाख पॉलिसीज हमने इश्यू करी हैं through Jazz Cash. Now it's a big number for any insurance company to achieve in this just 5 months. Uh, so I mean, you can just share, or you can just Google it, this product. You can get a lot of information on the YouTube and many other channels. So technology is really a very important tool which the companies can use to get access in a quicker time, actually. And similarly, when you are using technology, so your servicing is also improved because you don't need much staff to serve the customers. So we are actually witnessing that operational costs are also reducing. Uh, Generally, insurance companies or the takaful companies have been characterized by quite heavy man-intensive processes. But if your digital journey is your customer buying journey is digital, and your servicing is digital, and then your underwriting is digital, your risk assessment is digital, and your communication is digital actually. So it all improves the service quality and reduce costs. And the benefit of this reduced cost again goes back to the customer. So we have really we have witnessed that the digital takaful is actually have reduced the operational costs. And when you are selling through technology, so we have seen quite innovation on the product design side and service delivery side. As I mentioned that previously, if any customer wants to withdraw from the policy, so he has to fill up a form, and then that form has to be given to the agent, and then agent give the forms to the company, and then if there is any question, so again the back route is used. So we had seen many service problems, but through technology, I think all companies are doing good now. And if you want to withdraw, if you want to withdraw any cash withdrawals, so you can just give the request in the mobile app or through portal. So within 1 to 2 days, you can withdraw an amount. And similarly, some companies, for example, Paplata is now providing, I think, instant withdrawal as well. Uh, by instant withdrawal, this is now just like a bank account or mutual fund. So when you have actually such a flexibility in service, so you can more rely on the insurance policy at the time of need. So
Assalamu alaikum,
can I move to Mohammed?
Nayyar. I would like to ask some question in between. Sorry
Yeah, sure,
to
sure,
interrupt you. Uh,
sure, sure.
what is the level of acceptability of these digital type takafuls as we see in banking industry? Still, I am also working in a bank. We are using a large number of papers to accept the insurance policies still and takaful policies. And further in individual and if you say at personal level, do people accept these digital takaful security?
Actually, the answer is actually mixed. Okay, there is a quite diversity between the customers. No? Not all customers are of same type. So some customers are more technology savvy. So we have seen some customers which have accepted it, but some customers still demand the physical documents. So, but since we are a digital company, we strictly don't send the documents physically. Actually, we make the documents available on the portals. So, but you're right. There are certain customers who focus on the digital side, on the physical document as well. So, I think I think gradually the acceptability of digital products is increasing. Actually, I would say. I hope that I addressed the question.
Okay, thank you very much. Further, I would like to ask, have you started the marketing the same to the, as you said, in B2B sector? For example, if we look at the banking sector, most of the insurance policies and takafuls are working out there. Are you marketing the banks on this digital?
Actually, ba- generally the corporate side is still demanding the physical things. Because for example, our Salaam Takaful, which is the general Takaful company, we when we issue policy to the bank is still required that they should have a physical paper. Actually, we have actually written to State Bank actually that State Bank should issue guidelines to the banks that they should not require a physical policy. But I think it will take some time. It will take some time that the acceptance of this physical policy. Any change takes times to fully adopted.
Yes, sure. Basically, if it will be very helpful and very economical and also sustainable for the environment, also paperless environment, which every
Yes, yes,
now and then we are talking about the green banking.
yeah,
These type of products will definitely help.
yeah. I would like to give you one example that when uh, the domestic or international travel, generally we had a printout of air tickets, and then we got the concept of e-tickets. But initially it took some time. When you go to airports, the sometimes the staff still required a printout of the e-ticket. So I have, okay, we have been giving the e-tickets. But now, okay, on airports or on boarding counters, actually, you just show the e-ticket and it is now fully accepted. So I think the societies takes time to change, to embrace a change. Yeah.
Yes,
So please, I
sure.
think next slide, please. I think, yeah. Next slide. So this is you might have already seen, but I would like to just give you a brief overview of the Takaful sector. So as just at the bottom of this, you can see that in 2024, the family Takaful share has gotten 15%. That the 2024 total life insurance premium was 434 billion, and the non-life was 243 billion, and the family account was 66, and the general account was 31. So we have actually seen that the market share is actually increasing of the account sector in the overall insurance sector. Yes. The next slide, I think. Yeah. Basab, can you move to the next slide, please? Yeah. Yes. Yeah, Basab, can you move to the next slide? I think. Yeah.
Abbas, kindly move to the next slide. Thank you.
G. Uh, this is the comparison of market share of the Takaful in the as a percentage of total financial services. The previous slide compared the Takaful and as a percentage of the overall insurance sector. But in this sector, we have also seen the Islamic banking and Islamic NBFIs. By NBFIs, we means non-banking financial institutions. So the Islamic banking, as we are seeing, actually it's getting quite popularity, and Mizan Bank has done a really good job. Faisal Bank has been converted into a fully Islamic bank. So Islamic banking is increasing, and we are seeing that is now is reaching to 39% almost of the banking sector. And this the Kafir sector is also has improved, and now it's getting 15%. And the Islamic NBFIs, the NBFIs, as you know, it's a non-banking financial institutions, and these are also regulated by the SECP. And these NBFIs constitute the asset management companies, the VPS, the REITs, and pension fund managers. So that is also increasing from 15% in 2017 to the 25% and in at the end of 2024. So I think we are witnessing, I think, a reasonable growth in the Islamic financial services market here. So we can move to the next slide. Mohsen साहब जी. ये आपका एक सवाल आया है, तो आई वुड लाइक टू आंसर. ये सवाल किसने किया है? मोहम्मद हम्माद हाशमी साहब ने, कि विच मोड ऑफ डिजिटल तकाफुल. तो वो तो अपने सवाल को जरा अगर वर्बली दोहरा दें तो हम उसको कंडक्ट कर सकते हैं, उससे बात कर सकते हैं. जी, जिन्होंने वर्बल क्वेश्चन रेज किया है, वो थोड़ा सा उस पर अगर बताएं कि उनकी वो क्या पूछना चाह रहे हैं एक्चुअली.
अस्सलाम वालेकुम सर, मेरा नाम हम्माद हाशमी है और मैं आपसे ये पूछना चाह रहा हूँ, ये जो डिजिटल तकाफुल है इस टाइम किस मॉडल के ऊपर है अपने, यानी वक्त वक्त मुराबा के ऊपर है या सिर्फ तबादल के बेस के ऊपर है?
देखिए, तकाफुल तो पाकिस्तान में जो है ना, वो वक्फ वकाला मॉडल पर ही ऑपरेट कर रहे हैं ना एक्चुअली, जनरली.
जी।
जो जो तकाफुल रूल्स के अंदर भी अभी तक यही ज्यादातर तक प्रेफर्ड मॉडल है, और इसमें जो है वो वक्फ वकाला मॉडल पे ऑपरेट हो रहा है एक्चुअली. ठीक है.
अगर हमें किसी को वैसी बिल्कुल फिक्स देना हो तो क्या हम इसको तबर्रुक ऊपर शिफ्ट कर सकते हैं, इसमें अपनी तकाफुल को?
क्या यानी क्या क्या चाह रहे हैं? सॉरी, मतलब बात बताया आपने क्या?
यानी अगर हम किसी को एक फिक्स प्रीमियम देना चाह रहे हैं तकाफुल के अंदर तो क्या हम उसे अपने तबर्रुक ऊपर शिफ्ट कर सकते हैं तकाफुल को?
नहीं, प्रीमियम तो मतलब फिक्स्ड, मतलब होता ही है ना, प्रीमियम तो फिक्स्ड तकरीबन।
यानी थैंक यू सर, बहुत शुक्रिया आपका।
जी, शुक्रिया शुक्रिया। अच्छा, ये जो है स्टैटिस्टिक्स एंड फैमिली तकाफुल के जो बेसिकली इनकी सोर्स जो है एससीसीपी की वेबसाइट है। तो लेकिन मैंने कहा हम इसको थोड़ा सा दोहरा दें कि फैमिली तकाफुल में जो है इस वक्त जो है, जो प्राइवेट सेक्टर है उसका जो टोटल इंडस्ट्री का जो प्रीमियम है, वो तकरीबन 65% जो है वो तकाफुल का कंट्रीब्यूशन है। सॉरी, जो कन्वेंशनल है। और तकाफुल का 34% था तो 2023 में प्राइवेट सेक्टर के अंदर बेसिकली। और जो और ये सिर्फ फैमिली तकाफुल साइड है, इट्स नॉट ऑन द जनरल तकाफुल साइड। सो 2024 में अभी देखते हैं कि जनाब इसमें तकरीबन ये बढ़ के 37.5% हो गया एक्चुअली। और जो कन्वेंशनल ज़्यादा कम हो गया एक्चुअली। तो यहाँ पे बराबर में ये है पब्लिक सेक्टर का टोटल इंडस्ट्री प्रीमियम। तो एक्चुअली पब्लिक सेक्टर में कि बेसिकली जो हमारे पास लाइफ साइड पे जो है वो एक जाइंट है, हमारे पास स्टेट लाइफ है। और स्टेट लाइफ जो है वो उसका मोर देन आई थिंक 60% के करीब का शेयर एक्चुअली मार्केट में। तो वो प्राइमरीली जो है अभी तक कन्वेंशनल बिजनेस ही कर रहा है स्टेट लाइफ एक्चुअली। तो स्टेट लाइफ की वजह से ना ऑब्वियसली जो मार्केट शेयर है वो पूरा ज्यादातर जो डोमिनेट होता है वो कन्वेंशनल कंपनीज का हो जाता है एक्चुअली। बट ये दिस इज ड्यू टू स्टेट लाइफ। अच्छा, ये फिर आपके पास नीचे जो ग्रुप लाइफ की हमारी एक क्लास है, ग्रुप प्रीमियम। तो उसके अंदर अगर आप देखें कि जो है ग्रॉस प्रीमियम विद सेहत सहूलत प्रोग्राम देखें तो तकाफुल सेक्टर का हमारा 6% था। और अगर हम सेहत सहूलत प्रोग्राम को हटा दें, क्योंकि सेहत सहूलत जो का एक गवर्नमेंट फंडेड प्लान है, तो वो तो है ही स्टेट लाइफ के पास। तो उसको अगर हटा दें और हम ये देखेंगे एक्चुअली कि जो वॉलंटरी प्रोडक्ट्स हैं, वॉलंटरी कह लें या ये कह लें कि जो कि कंपनीज ने खुद परचेज किए बाकायदा मार्केट में, मार्केट प्रोडक्ट हैं, उसमें तकरीबन शेयर जो है वो 17% के 17-18% ही रहा है ग्रुप लाइफ के अंदर, फैमिली के राफल में। आगे चलते हैं मेरे ख्याल में। जी जी मोहसिन साहब, आगे अगली स्लाइड पे चलेंगे जी।
अब्बास, प्लीज चेंज स्लाइड।
जी, इस स्टैटिस्टिक्स में फैमिली तकाफुल के इसमें जो है हमारा जो न्यू बिजनेस है, क्योंकि इंश्योरेंस सेक्टर के अंदर अक्सर न्यू बिजनेस के तौर पर नाम भी देखा जाता है इसमें। तो न्यू बिजनेस में तकरीबन जो है वो 17 बिलियन इसमें जो है वो न्यू बिजनेस था। और विच इज 27%। और 24 के अंदर वो तकरीबन 35% हो गया एक्चुअली। तो मैं समझता हूँ ये स्लाइड्स जो है ये तो है, आई थिंक आपको प्रेजेंटेशन ये दे देंगे, उसमें आप लोग शेयर भी खुद भी देख सकते हैं। मैं थोड़ा सा जो जो दूसरी जो एलिबरेशन है उसके ज्यादा जाता हूँ, ताकि आप अगर कोई सवाल कर सके तो बात कम्युनिकेट हो सके। आगे चलें बखाल में इसमें अगली स्लाइड पे चलिए। जी बस साहब, मोहसिन भाई, आई थिंक नेक्स्ट स्लाइड पे करा देंगे। जी, ये शेयर तकाफुल है इन ईच लाइन ऑफ बिजनेस है। जैसे हमने देखा कि बेसिकली मोटर के अंदर जो है वो तकाफुल का शेयर जो है वो मतलब वो ये अगेन मोटर एक सिग्निफिकेंट लाइन ऑफ बिजनेस है मोटर में। और हेल्थ में, हेल्थ के अंदर 24 में जो था वो 34% है हेल्थ के अंदर। मोटर का भी तकरीबन अगर आप देखें 24 में 34% ही रहा है। और फायर के अंदर आई थिंक ग्रेजुअली बढ़ रहा है। पहले जो था वो आपका 5% था 23 के अंदर, 24 में 7% हुआ है। मेरीन के अंदर भी। तो आई थिंक ये स्टेटिस्टिक्स तो आपके सामने ही है। आगे चलते हैं जनाब मोहसिन साहब।
अच्छा, नैयर साहब, कुछ क्वेश्चंस हैं, मैं बता देता हूँ यहाँ पे। इकबाल साहब
जी
पूछ रहे हैं कि डू तकाफुल ऑपरेटर्स नीड टू बिल्ड देयर ओन इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर फॉर डिजिटल सर्विसेज और दे कैन यूज सम थर्ड पार्टी सर्विसेज लाइक फिनटेक कंपनीज सर्विसेज आर अवेल्ड बाय बैंक्स?
देखिए, इसमें जो तकाफुल कंपनीज जो जो डिजिटल आ रही हैं, तो ज़ाहिर है उनका तो मेन एरिया ही डिजिटल है ना, कि वो तो अपना खुद डेवलप कर रही हैं। लेकिन एससीसीपी का जो रेगुलेटरी फ्रेमवर्क है उसके अंदर ये लाजमी नहीं है कि आप अपना डेवलप आप किसी और का भी यूज कर सकते हैं। लेकिन मतलब इफ यू आर अ डिजिटल कंपनी, तो मतलब ये एक बिजनेस स्ट्रेटजी के तौर पे यही एडवाइस किया जाएगा कि आपका अपना इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर हो बेसिकली, क्योंकि जो चीज आपकी अपनी कोर होती है उसी पे आपका कंट्रोल भी होता है। बट लेकिन आपका जो सवाल है कि आप किसी दूसरे का भी इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर यूज कर सकते हैं एपीआईज की बेस पे या किसी दूसरी टूल के जरिए से। जी। आगे चले मैं जी। जी।
जी अब्बास, काइंडली नेक्स्ट स्लाइड।
ये हमारे कुछ इसमें कुछ पॉइंट्स है बेसिकली, कि हम समझते हैं कि जो वे फॉरवर्ड है जो एक तकाफुल सेक्टर को बिल्डअप करने के लिए, हमारा ज्यादातर ख्याल ये है कि जब तकाफुल सेक्टर की डेवलपमेंट की बात की जाती है ना, तो अक्सर बात तो होती है लेकिन वो उसका कोई कंटिन्यूस फॉलोअप नहीं होता। तो दुनिया भर में जो है एक्चुअली वो जैसे इंश्योरेंस डेवलपमेंट फोरम भी हैं। तो मैं समझता हूँ कि पाकिस्तान के अंदर जो तकाफुल का डेवलपमेंट फोरम होना चाहिए, जो कि जिसका एक ही एजेंडा हो कि जनाब वो डिफरेंट स्टेक होल्डर्स को सिनर्जाइज करें बेसिकली, जिसमें रेगुलेटर है, इंडस्ट्री है, इंटरमीडियरीज इंटरमीडियरीज हैं, सर्वेयर्स हैं, जो कि तकाफुल की डेवलपमेंट की काम करें। तो एक तकाफुल का डेवलपमेंट फोरम होना चाहिए। फिर पाकिस्तान के अंदर जो है वो मैं समझता हूँ कि एक प्राइवेट सेक्टर के अंदर री तकाफुल ऑपरेटर की काफी जरूरत है, जो कि इस वक्त मार्केट के अंदर जो जो जनरल साइड पे री तकाफुल ट्रीटीज अवेलेबल नहीं होती। तो वो जब री तकाफुल की सपोर्ट नहीं अवेलेबल होती, तो अब ज़ाहिर है आप एग्रेसिवली अपने प्रोडक्ट्स को मार्केट नहीं कर सकते। तो इस वक्त पाकिस्तान के अंदर एक प्राइवेट सेक्टर का री तकाफुल ऑपरेटर चाहिए। पब्लिक सेक्टर के अंदर है पाकिस्तान री इंश्योरेंस कंपनी लिमिटेड। लेकिन जो पब्लिक सेक्टर री इंश्योरर है, वो हम जानते हैं कि उसमें वो एक आई थिंक के उसके अंदर काफी भी इम्प्रूवमेंट की गुंजाइश है। वो ज़ाहिर है अभी वो अपनी मोनोपोली की बेस पे ऑपरेट कर रहे हैं। सो लेकिन इसके साथ साथ मैं ये भी चाहूंगा कि जो कंपनीज, जब हम टेक्नोलॉजी की बात करते हैं, तो टेक्नोलॉजी के साथ साथ हमें ना कस्टमर सेंट्रिसिटी पे ज्यादा फोकस करना चाहिए। यानी जैसे कि फॉर एग्जांपल मेरा नजरिया ये है कि जो इस्लामिक बैंक्स हैं, तो उनके प्रोडक्ट्स जो हैं प्रोबेबली वो अपने कन्वेंशनल जो उनके काउंटर पार्ट्स हैं उनसे बेहतर होने चाहिए इन टर्म्स ऑफ प्राइस एंड सर्विस। मतलब ये ना हो कि जनाब के इस्लामिक बैंक्स जो हैं वो जो रेट दे रहे हैं कस्टमर्स को, कन्वेंशनल बैंक ज्यादा दे रहे हैं उससे। बहरहाल इस्लामिक बैंक का खास ये व्यू है कि हम जो हमारा मेन काम जो है वो रिबा से बचाना है। लेकिन मैं इस साथ ही तो समझता हूँ कि कस्टमर सेंट्रिसिटी बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है इन टर्म्स ऑफ प्राइस एंड दी सर्विसेज। और इसके अलावा हम समझते हैं कि जो पेंशन गैप पाकिस्तान के अंदर वो बहुत ज्यादा है। और पेंशन गैप से मुराद ये होती है बेसिकली कि जिन लोगों के पास पेंशन की कवरेज होनी चाहिए उनको पेंशन की कवरेज मिले। लेकिन पाकिस्तान में जो पेंशन की कवरेज है सिंपली वो लोग जो गवर्नमेंट सेक्टर में काम करते हैं उनके पास है। अब ऐसे तो वो भी खत्म हो रही है एक्चुअली। जी। तो हम समझते हैं कि एक पेंशन के गैप की तरफ से काम करना चाहिए इन स्टेक होल्डर्स को मिलके। बात साहब खाली प्रेजेंटेशन शायद अ, हट गई है खाली। अच्छा, इसमें इसके अलावा जो है हम समझते हैं कि जो है वो कि डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन साइड पे भी प्रोफेशनल को बढ़ाने की जरूरत है। जी। मेरे ख्याल अगर किसी का कोई सवाल है तो वो सवाल से पूछ सकता है जी। जी। सॉरी, आई थिंक देयर वाज सम कनेक्टिविटी इशू।
हाँ,
जी।
डिस्कनेक्ट हो गया था, आई थिंक ये दोबारा से कनेक्ट किया है। काइंडली
जी। जी।
कंटिन्यू।
नहीं नहीं, कोई बात नहीं जी। तो हम समझते हैं कि जो इसके अलावा जो डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन है उसके अंदर भी प्रोफेशनलिज्म बढ़ाने की बड़ी आई थिंक ज्यादा जरूरत है। यहाँ पे जो 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 ट्रेनिंग रिक्वायरमेंट्स हैं उनको हम समझता हूँ कि अपनी स्पिरिट के अंदर भी पूरा होना चाहिए। और आई थिंक इस ट्रेनिंग के अंदर जो है मेरे ख्याल में अल-सादिक इंस्टीट्यूट और इस तरह के दूसरे जो इदारे हैं वो खासा अच्छा अपना रोल प्ले कर सकते हैं। क्योंकि बेसिकली जो डिस्ट्रीब्यूटर्स हैं या जो हमारे एजेंट्स हैं, समझ लें कि इंश्योरेंस कंपनीज का फेस अभी भी वही है बहरहाल। ऑल्दो के वी आर गेटिंग डिजिटल, बट स्टिल जो कस्टमर को एक कोई प्रोडक्ट एक्सप्लेन करने के लिए, उसको पिच करने के लिए अभी फॉर द नेक्स्ट आई थिंक सर्टेन ईयर्स स्टिल वी नीड
Nayyar sab,
वेरी
I
प्रोफेशनल।
think the issue I am also seeing as a banker, that when we go to market the takaful related products to our customers, they simply say that they do not have capacity to insure us or provide takaful. How can we shift to the takaful industry? So, what are the prospects of increasing the size of capacity in terms of coverage of insurance for the corporate entities, for more related to the corporate entities, because they are unable to secure their assets through takaful, as they do not have the capacity.
जी नहीं, देखिए पाकिस्तान के अंदर जो है ना वो एक इशू जो है, खासतौर पे जो नॉन लाइफ साइड पे है, कि इनके जो इंश्योरेंस कंपनीज को या तकाफुल सेक्टर्स को री-तकाफुल की नीड होती है बेसिकली। जाहिर है कि वो अपने अपने जो रिस्क उनकी बैलेंस शीट से ज्यादा होता है, आई थिंक द रिस्क विच द इंश्योरेंस कंपनीज बैलेंस शीट कुड नॉट सपोर्ट दैट ट्रांसफर इट टू द री-तकाफुल ऑपरेटर। On the non-life side, there are issues of re-takaful capacities. Uh, Although there's a PRCL, Pakistan Reinsurance Company Limited, which is also providing the takaful, but still there is a need of further enhanced capacity. So SCCP is working on that side. I think SCCP is raising the capital of the takaful companies and insurance companies, so with the increased capital, so they can I think underwrite more business. And but my view is that we need a private sector re-takaful operator in Pakistan, and which should have been more capitalized, properly capitalized, that can solve this problem actually. But it will take some time, definitely. Yeah. So I think the future of this digital takaful is ultimately that we will be moving towards a decentralized, that is peer-to-peer protection pools. In insurance side, we are witnessing that certain blockchain-based insurance pools are emerging actually internationally. So I think ultimately this digital wave will lead to the decentralized protection pools, and we should keep that in our mind as a ultimate, I think, a destination of the cover sector. Yeah. Gee, I think now, I think this is from my side. Uh, I'm happy to take further question.
Guys, you have any questions? Can raise hand.
जी नईर साहब, नासिर रिजवी दाऊद फैमिली तकाफुल से, बहुत ही इंफॉर्मेटिव सेशन रहा आपका। मैं सिर्फ ये जानना चाह रहा हूँ कि डिजिटल जो उसके ऊपर आपने बात की है तकाफुल कंपनीज के लिए, तो इसमें जो मेन रोल प्ले हो सकता है वो ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा पार्टनरशिप और कोलैबोरेशन के ज़रिए हो सकता है। मैं समझता हूँ कि जिसको, जैसे भी आपने जिक्र भी किया कि जैज़ के साथ आप लोगों ने कोलैबोरेट किया, तो आप क्या समझते हैं कि टेलकोस के अलावा और जो कोलैबोरेशन है, वो पार्टनरशिप है, वो किन सेक्टर्स में और किस किस्म की फिनटेक्स के साथ हो सकती है? थैंक यू।
जी, थैंक यू नासिर साहब, एन ओल्ड कोलीग एंड गुड फ्रेंड। जी बिल्कुल सही कहा एक्चुअली, किसमें टेलकोज हैं, फिर आई थिंक ये जो नॉन बैंकिंग फाइनेंशियल इंस्टीट्यूशंस हैं, माइक्रो फाइनेंस बैंक्स हैं, और नॉन बैंकिंग माइक्रो फाइनेंस इंस्टीट्यूशंस हैं, इनके अंदर भी कोलैबोरेशन हो सकती है। और इसके अलावा जो जितने भी फिनटेक हैं एक्चुअली, आई थिंक जो पेमेंट प्लेटफॉर्म्स आ रहे हैं, जितने भी आ रहे हैं ये, आई थिंक इनके साथ अच्छी कोलैबोरेशन हो सकती है, जो कंपनीज डिजिटली फोकस करना चाह रही हैं। और इसके अलावा जो है मतलब, लेकिन आपकी बात बिल्कुल सही है कि बेसिकली इट्स ऑल मार्केट कोलैबोरेशन एंड पार्टनरशिप्स। सो आई थिंक if technology is provided, if this technology is adopted and customer centricity is adopted, I think it will pave the way uh, for for I think a enhanced takaful penetration.
व्हाट अबाउट द डिजिटल बैंक्स नहीं साहब? जैसे पाकिस्तान में फर्स्ट अभी आया है रकमी के नाम से, एक डिजिटल बैंक स्टार्ट हुआ है।
जी जी
तो डिजिटल, आपने उसकी तो बात की, नॉन लाइफ इंश्योरेंस कंपनीज की, डिजिटल लाइफ इंश्योरेंस कंपनी की, तो डिजिटल बैंक भी आपके नॉलेज में होगा, डिजिटल बैंकिंग
जी
भी
जी जी
स्टार्ट हो गई है। तो जिसमें
जी जी
रकमी
जी
के नाम से एक पहला बैंक मेरे नज़र से गुजरा और मैंने थोड़ा सा स्टडी भी किया। तो इसको
जी
कैसे
जी
देखते हैं आप?
देखिए बिल्कुल ये जो अगेन जो डिजिटल बैंक्स हैं, रकमी भी आ गया है, मशरक ने भी अब ऑपरेट शुरू कर दी है, अल मशरक ने भी। और हम लोग इनके साथ टच में हैं वैसे, क्योंकि जो डिजिटल बैंक्स हैं और जो डिजिटल इंश्योरेंस कंपनीज हैं, वो एक आइडियल, आई थिंक इनकी सिनर्जी बनती है बिल्कुल। और क्योंकि उन वो जहाँ भी अपने जैसे वो अपने डिजिटल करंट अकाउंट देंगे, तो उनको चाहिए होगी प्रोटेक्शन, चाहिए होगी। इसी तरह उनको जो जहाँ पे वो क्रेडिट देंगे, तो उनको क्रेडिट लाइफ चाहिए बेसिकली। और क्योंकि उनकी भी जर्नी डिजिटल है, तो हमारी जर्नी भी एक्चुअली डिजिटल है। सो दिस डिजिटल बैंक विल आई थिंक will further improve the digital takaful and digital insurance.
थैंक यू।
अस्सलाम वालेकुम।
जी जी
Uh,
अल्सादी जी।
Thank you so much for this wonderful webinar and very informative. But since you are specifically dealing in digital takaful and services, so the interesting point you raised is moving towards blockchain technology and using smart contracts. And we also hear that SECP and State Bank is launching the CBDC program, actively working on it. So
जी जी
how do you think that is going to change the infrastructure and what you have plans for the future? Uh, how it will impact the digital takaful in this sector? Thank you.
Yeah, I think very good question, and I think uh, I think this the move of digital actually is the first move, no? From I think from physical to the to digital. I think next move will be from digital to decentralized, as I mentioned, decentralized insurance pools. And and I think the IMF chief has predicted that in the next 20 years or so, perhaps there will be no banks actually, or maybe the banks will be completely changed actually. So this decentralized finance is generally getting significance. So the digital takaful companies or digital insurance companies, they will be more in a suitable position to transform their insurance business into the decentralized insurance pools.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
I think there are no more questions from the student side, participant side. Thank you very much again, Mr. Nayyar, for the insightful session. And hopefully, we will have you again for another great session. Thank you, all the participants. Allah Hafiz.
बस मेरा मोहसिन साहब वैसे मेरा एक फीडबैक
जी,
ही होगा, आई थिंक कि
yes.
I think it's a good initiative that I think such webinars should be conducted. But I think although we are digital, but in-person trainings are more effective. So there
I
should be,
am
I mean,
also also with you, but due to the constraints of moving for 1 hour session, people do prefer sometimes to have an online session, and also we are covering internationally. That's
okay.
why webinars are more effective for them in sense. But I do agree, physical sessions have no other options.
Replacement, yeah. Yeah. But thank you for arranging this webinar. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you all. Thank you. Have a good time. Thank you.